Good day, welcome to Renan Talks. For today's episode, we have three guest investors who will share their experience in investing with the two popular investment platforms, which are the eToro and Investagram. From Northern Luzon State College, let's welcome Miss Desiree, Miss Trisha, and Miss Cleophile. Let's give them a round of applause, please. So,
Thank you.
Miss Trisha, Miss Desiree, and Miss Cleophile, how are you today?
Very good, thank you. How about you, Mr. Renan?
I'm also good. So, shall we start, ladies?
Yes.
And now to start off, let's hear Miss Cleophile. How can she differentiate the two platforms and which of the two she preferred platforms and why?
Thank you, Mr. Renan. eToro and Investagram are both great platforms, but they cater to different types of investors. eToro is known for its social trading features, allowing users to copy the trades of successful investors, while Investagram is focusing more on providing educational resources and analysis tools. That's why we prefer Investagram because they are focusing more on providing educational resources, investing, and purchasing products and services within the community.
Thank you, Miss Cleophile. So, how about you, Miss Desiree?
I invested 13 stocks including ABS-CBN Corporation, Apollo Global Capital, Asia United Bank Corporation, Cebu Landmaster Incorporation, and etc. Because all the stocks I invested in Investagram, I believe that holding or investing in a corporation in the Philippines will make you know more about what's good or bad when you run a business. Those I invested in look for their companies' financial health and growth potential. I look for companies with strong fundamental, solid growth, and competitive. Maybe the stocks I invested, it will help and can increase or gain my profit from the virtual investment.
So, thank you, Miss Desiree. So, how about you, Miss Cleophile?
I also invested for new stocks such as Jollibee Food Corporation, Bank of Philippine Islands, Philippine National Bank, Banco de Oro, and etc. I purchased those stocks because it is familiar to me. And same as what Desiree said, it's really important to know to hold and invest in a corporation here in the Philippines for us to know to handle and define the risk. Those stocks I've invested are the companies that has the capability to help me gain more profit from my virtual money and investment.
Thank you, Miss Cleophile. And lastly, Miss Trisha, how about you?
I invested 10 companies in Investagram like JFC or Jollibee Foods Corporation, BPI or Bank of the Philippine Islands, ABS-CBN Corporation, Ayala Corporation, Asset Corporation, and so on. I invested those companies because they driven a combination of strong financial performance, market leadership, and long-term growth.
Fascinating insights. I personally also prefer Investagram, and I invested 5 stocks which are Adobe Beach Company, ABS Holdings Corporation, ACN Corporation, and Ayala Corporation Non-Voting, and also Consolidated Resources. I choose these companies because they have a strong fundamentals, growth potential, and track record of innovation and market leadership. Now, let's go into your experiences using Investagram, and can you describe your risk appetite? So let's start with Miss Cleophile.
Thank you, Mr. Renan. My risk appetite as a first-time investor is risk averse. It is because I prefer for lower returns with known risk rather than with a higher returns, but with unknown risk. I am a kind of investor that has low risk tolerance and hope prefer to invest more banks for the opportunity to have more returns because I prioritize the safety of principal over the possibility of higher returns of my investments.
That's great, Miss Cleophile. My risk appetite also is risk-averse investors because I focus on a balanced approach between risk and reward. I aim to diversify my investments across different classes and manage risk through careful research and portfolio allocation. How about you, Ms. Desiree?
My risk appetite, I am a risk averse. As a beginner, I invest in most comfortable taking risks when you invest your money. It is up to you to assess your risk tolerance and choose investment that align with your appetite. It always diversifies your investments.
Thank you, Ms. Desiree. So how about you, Ms. Risha?
Thank you, Mr. Renan. My risk appetite is also risk averse because my primary function is to provide information and assistance in a safe and accurate manner. I'm also open to take calculate risk because I prefer to invest in assets that has stable return and low volatility.
Thank you for sharing your risk appetite. So, what factors do you consider when choosing stocks on investing in? So, we will start from Ms. Kilape.
For me, to be honest, when I started using Instagram, I didn't know how to start and I didn't check their background. But suddenly, I realized that it's really important for us to know their financial situation, check if there's potential growth, if they have investment goals, risk levels, and diversification. Then now, I always check the stocks I invested with strong sectors and industry groups and has the ability to face its competitors and has liquidity and profitability.
Thank you, Ms. Kilape.
At first, when I click stocks in Investagram, I didn't study the company's financial situation and how it was going. But one day I realized that it is important to check their financial situations and to know or see how it is going. Then when I select stocks again, I choose the financially strong company that has good potential to grow and stand out from its competitors from taking factors in my goals of well-informed and growing investment decision that can yield returns over time.
So, thank you, Ms. Desiree.
The factors that I consider choosing stocks to invest in first, I look for stocks that has strong fundamentals and the history of consistent growth. I also consider the company's financial health.
Thank you for sharing your factors in choosing stocks to invest in. So my factors in choosing stocks are prioritizing companies with a strong financial status, and I consider market trends, analyze recommendations, and overall economic to make informed decisions on stock picks. So what are the strategies you use to gain profit from your respective portfolio? What are your tactics and actions to minimize your losses if it is losing? So, Ms. Yuri, first.
So my strategies I use to gain profit are to buy and hold for a long-term investment, diversification, and learn from my mistakes. Because if you learn from those mistakes, it is a sign that you're growing as an investor. When I invested, I'm not putting all my money in one investment because of what I've said earlier, I invested more funds to have more returns. So it is important also to know asset allocation and portfolio diversification because all of those factors I mentioned can help us minimize losses.
So, thank you, Ms. Yuri. For me, my profit in my Investagram portfolio, I employ diversification across various asset classes, including stocks to spread risk and capture different market opportunities. I use combination of fundamental and technical, set slow orders, and regularly monitor market trends to minimize losses and project my investments during downturns. So how about you, Ms. Desiree?
Same as what they said, I also use to gain from my portfolio and my Investagram are long-term investing and diversification. Long-term investment, keeping my investment for a while to make more money or profit. Diversification, not all money is in one place. It's like having different types of stock instead of focusing on one stock. I must buy stocks in different companies because if I focus on one stocks, it is possible that it can lose profit. So I buy stocks from others to gain and balance my profit. So these factors can minimize risks.
So thank you, Ms. Suri. How about you, Ms. Tisha?
Thank you, Mr. Inan. I use a combination of long-term and short-term investment strategies. For long-term investment, I was focused on fundamentally strong companies with growth potential. While in short-term, I look for opportunities based on technical analysis to minimize losses.
Thank you for your sharing insight. I have a last question based on your portfolio performance. What have you learned from your investing experience? So we will start from Ms. Yofe.
As a first-time investor, investing in Investagram is a great opportunity and it was an amazing experience because from this, I've learned to invest along with my risk tolerance to know what kind of investor I am and how important to check backgrounds first and know their financial health status for us to know how to handle and minimize losses.
So how about you, Ms. Suri?
My learning and experience when I invested in Investagram. For me, it's very difficult because I am a beginner. A lot of challenges I've encountered, all the struggles, all the challenges give me more learning and experience. I enjoy invested because it gives me patience or wait on how or when the stocks is given.
Oh, that's interesting.
Based on the performance of my portfolio, I learned the importance of diversification and staying informed about market trends. I also learned that patience is the key, especially during market downwards by staying disciplined and sticking to my investment strategy. So I was able to ride out market volatility and achieve positive returns in the long run. My overall on Investagram has been educational and rewarding, and I look forward to apply these lessons in my future trading and investing.
Thank you, Ms. Tisha. For me, my learnings and I've learned a lot in this portfolio on how to invest in other companies and it will help me as an investor to gain more profit and how to handle my money. Thank you, Ms. Leope, Ms. Suri, and Ms. Tisha, for sharing your valuable insider experiences with us today. It's clear that each of you has a unique approach to investing, and it's inspiring hearing you navigated the complexities of the stocks market. So, ladies, do you have any advice for those people who want to start in investment?
Yes, we have advice to those people who want to start investing. They must choose wisely when it comes to investing because your money matters.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Ms. Leope, Ms. Suri, and Ms. Tisha.
Thank you.
That's all for today's video of Bring Out Talks. Join us next time for more tips and strategies to help you achieve your financial goals. Because your money, our money,